Our next speaker is a student at Ohio University who plans to become a teacher, and we need much more of them, and he's going to tell you why it's important to have more people like him right now. And he is Jacob Chafin.
Actually, I don't know if we need more people like me, to be honest with you. But I do think we need more people like Jonas. I really do. We need more students like that. That's what it's going to take. As was said, 2 weeks ago I graduated from Ohio University. It's a small rural school in southern Ohio. And if it weren't for the teachers that I had growing up, my dad, who's a public school teacher in Columbus, Ohio, and my passion for social justice, I don't think I would have picked to become a teacher. But I did choose a degree in middle childhood education. I've accepted a fellowship to go teach in a rural school in Ohio, and I couldn't be more excited. I really can't. And a lot of people, when you say that, you say, I'm going to become a teacher, you get a couple of different responses. A lot of people, they just congratulate you, and they say, well, that's good, I hope you find a job, and good luck. A lot of people, they say, middle school, they're horrible at that age. Why would you go into that? Why would you do that to yourself? And I challenge them to come into the classrooms I've been in, to talk to my students, and not be inspired by the creativity and the passion that an 11-year-old can have when learning. But then there's a lot of people, when I tell them I'm becoming a teacher, they say, why would you want to become a teacher? Why now? Why today? The pay is low. It'll be connected to test scores. You'll be constantly vilified in the media, and no one will care what you have to say. You'll have no agency in your own workplace. And a lot of times, that's the hardest person to respond to. That's the hardest critic to kind of say that, to justify what I just spent my time and my money on to become, to do what I love. It's a little bit hard, and it's especially hard when it comes from teachers. But I'm standing here before you today to tell you, to reassure you that there has never been a better time in America to become a public school teacher than in May of 2014, right now. Against the corporate neoliberal education reform, the privatization of our schools, budget cuts, and teacher layoffs, the time is now. And in fact, I believe that as a young teacher, as a future teacher, who was educated during the No Child Left Behind era, and started their career, beginning my career during Race to the Top, that we are in fact the best equipped to fight against the increased high-stakes testing, because we have collective memory of the drill, kill, bubble fill test preparation that we know too well. And now I've had to go into a system where I have to teach it. I mean, into my student teaching was nothing more than that. But we know what it's like. We've done the beast. The beast has been done to us. The education system is grinding us up, putting us back out there. And if we don't stand up and fight back now as future teachers, education will only become that. Because that's what we know. And I want to say that part of that, it doesn't come from an idealistic belief that we can change things. It doesn't come from a naive stance. But instead from the material conditions that we have gone through. And as we graduate, we don't just graduate from our universities, we graduate from the student movement. Much the same way Jonas is going to graduate from the student movement. The movement for a truly emancipatory education begins with students, and then it transcends as teachers. We know that it is a long undertaking, it is a hard undertaking, but we will end that struggle. And on my darkest days of student teaching last month, the days where I didn't want to do it anymore, where it became too much to have to go in and lie to a student about history or teach them how to fill out a 2 or 4 point answer, the one thing that sustained me through all of that was remembering that the movement for equitable education is bigger than me as an individual. It is all of us. It was teachers risking everything to put their jobs on the line for their students. It was parents fighting against school closings in Chicago. And it was students fighting back in unbelievable ways, organizing student unions, saying we've had enough of budget cuts, we've had enough of the neoliberal education program, we're standing up, we are fighting back. And about a month ago on my spring break, I went to a rally in Trenton, New Jersey. And I stood there among the New York Student Union and realized the power that those students already had as high school students. And I want to end with something I really learned from them, was that if we're going to fight for an education for the liberation of all people, when someone asks, why become a teacher? Why fight for public education? Is it really worth saving? I want to end with a chant that they taught me, and I want to teach it to all of you. And they have a paraphrase, the revolutionary Sada Shakur. This is a call and response, so after me. We have a duty to fight. We have a duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have a duty to fight. We have a duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have a duty to fight. We have a duty to win. We must love and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Thank you. God bless.
That's Jacob. Jacob. You guys want him as your new teacher?